and Aaron Cooling on the offensive line.
Florence guns it middle of the field. Wilson makes the catch. He's down near the 12-yard line.
That's that deep post, and again, it's downfield. We talked about Wittenberg liking to take the shots, and statistically it shows that they can move up and down the field quickly, and they're no exception. Just that skinny post, finding that space in between the linebackers and the defensive backs.
Zach Wilson with his third catch of the day. They hand it to Stocker, and he ducks inside the 10-yard line. Dives ahead for a couple. They can get a first down at the 2. So it's going to be second down and 7 after a 3-yard pickup as Stocker takes it to the 9-yard line. Wittenberg with a major threat going here on this drive. No score first quarter. David Wilson, Ed Dougherty here on homecoming Saturday at University Circle. Florence, who has completed 62% of his passes on the season, hands it to Stocker, running over the right side, and he is grabbed and hauled down, but it looks like he got a couple more as he has them on the 5-yard line. Nope, they'll mark it back to the 6. So a pickup of 3, and it will be third down and 4 for Wittenberg from the 6-yard line. They do not have to score here. They can get a first down at the 2. 3 receivers in the game. Jonathan Stoner is the receiver on the outside right, but Florence wants to run it, and he will get in for the touchdown. Little end around on the left side, and Florence scores the rushing touchdown for Reed Florence. That's his 4th rushing score of the year, and it's 6-0
and
Tigers.
Defensively, Case was not ready for that. The defensive line was really passive in their pressure off the ball. They didn't really attack that play. They stood up more and watched, and Florence was able to find a seam and scoot into the end zone.
Now the kicker is Sean Williams. Williams is senior out of Plainfield, Indiana. There is the kick after a poor snap and hold, but he gets it through, and that ball, I believe, was touched. It is 7-0 Wittenberg. Case ball when we come back on homecoming Saturday here on the Spartans Broadcasting Network.
Cleveland Marriott downtown at Key Center offers the versatility and reliability to meet your unique travel and meeting needs. From smart spaces to practical amenities to world-class service, our flagship hotel will deliver the quality experience you expect, backed by the Marriott name you trust. At Cleveland Marriott, we have one goal: to serve you better. Book your special Case Western Reserve rate by visiting us at clevelandmarriottdowntown.com and entering promotional code C0N.
Well, the Tigers score on a lengthy drive, and we'll hope to get to our stats here as they are handed to us right now.
80-yard drive.
Yep. 4:14, the time of the drive, and it took 10 plays, and Florence finished it off with a 6-yard run. So the Tigers to kick off now. Case will get it back. Calabrese at the 10. Angles to the middle of the field, out to the 20, to the 25, near the 30-yard line. He's wrapped up and brought down there by Zach Wilson of the Tigers. And Case has good field position as this ball will be marked at the 31-yard line, and the Spartans will come back out offensively.
Well, Marcus McCullough had a few words to say for his defense when they came off the field. He was none too happy, was quite animated as his defense came to the sideline, and now in the defensive huddle as well. Marcus saying very little, in fact, walking away and allowing the position coaches to do most of the talking. So Case defensive coaching staff not happy with the performance on the last series.
Now, Reed Florence so far in the game had 6 out of 7 for 64 yards. Pass caught out of the backfield. Case quickly going to the air, and George Duraney, the tight end, makes the catch and gets out close to the 38-yard line. Pickup of 7. It'll be second down and 3 from the 39-yard line. Spartans operating in their own territory.
Well, Case has gone back. Lapsevic is now on the bench. They brought in a tight end, extra tight end, Volberg, back on the field.
They'll hand it to Secret, running to the right side. Good hole, gets across the 45 out to midfield, and he is tripped up, gets into Wittenberg territory at the 49. 12-yard pickup for Manny Secret and a first down for the Spartans. Wittenberg leading it by a score of 7-0.
That was nothing but zone blocking to the right. They doubled it up with the tight end. Volberg was out there, as was Dougherty, and Secret followed that through for a pickup of 10 or 12 yards.
Through 4 games, Secret averaging 86 yards a game. They will give it to Hanslick, who is checked in, and he hits the pile, maybe gets 1, perhaps 2 with a favorable spot. Second down coming up for the Spartans. We're in the first quarter, and we're not sure how much time is left in the first quarter because, believe it or not, we are playing this game without a functioning scoreboard here at Case Field.
About 5.5 minutes, I would guess.
Maybe we can judge it by the position of the sun. George Dougherty, the tight end, in motion. And now Olson looks over to the bench. Gets some signals in from the Case bench.
And Case has gone to an unbalanced line to the left.
5 left on the play clock, according to the back official. They get the play off, and now Olson has to scramble straight up the middle to the 40. He's tripped up and is down at the 39-yard line. Well, Olson with an effective move there ended up tripping over Carlos Marshall, the senior defensive back. Marshall didn't look like he was going to tackle Olson, but was able to trip him.
Yeah, kind of butted hips against him, and Olson not the fleetest of foot.
It is a first down for Case from the Wittenberg 39. Secret again angling to the sideline area and is hit and tackled after picking up about 3. There defensively for Wittenberg was Justin Bartlett, the sophomore defensive lineman, 6'3", 245, out of Washington, PA. 7-0 Tigers.
Shea Baker now in the ball game at left guard for Case. Matt White not on the field for the Spartans.
Olson in the shotgun. Secret to Olson's right. Brian Rice is the wide receiver on the left. 2 receivers set up on the right, including Lapsevic in a slot. They will go to Dougherty, the tight end, makes the catch, gets across the 30-yard line before he is hauled down. Gets to the 29, and Case very close to another first down. They may take a look at this one. Nope, they say it's a first down.
First down, they're going to give it to him and wind the clock. Interior lineman, I believe it was Jake Adams, got away with hands to the face. He got up underneath the cage of a Wittenberg defensive lineman and gave a good shove, pushed the neck way back.
Brandon Erb wide to the left. Lapsevic in a slot to the left. Dougherty in motion again. Olson takes the snap. They'll go to Secret trying to run behind Dougherty, and he is held up. Somebody grabbed his leg, and then help arrived. Again, and it's a loss for Secret.
And Case was unbalanced again to that side, to the power side of the formation. Secret was a little slow getting to the line, Dave. Looked like the offensive lineman had a good push to begin with and a seal block, and in the backfield was a little slow to hit the point of attack.
Spencer Lino helped out on that play. He is one of their top defensive players at middle linebacker. Olson to Rice, catch and run, 30, 20, down to the 15, tackled near the 11-yard line and out of bounds.
Boy, big man Garrett Harding out front, throwing a couple of good blocks on those defensive backs. Case fakes the jet sweep to the right side. Olson holds the ball, lets the linebackers commit to the sweep, then comes back to the near side or the weak side of the formation for the wide receiver screen. The lineman did a nice job of selling it to the right and came all the way back to the left.
Absolutely perfectly executed play by the Spartans. It is first and goal from the 9-yard line, and it looked like the Spartans got a very favorable spot.
Well, Wittenberg's going one-on-one. They're matching up nose-to-nose with the receivers, especially on the far outside.
3 receivers set. Olson back to throw it, looking left. Corner of the end zone for Rice. Incomplete. Nice defensive coverage for the Tigers. 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line.
If you were going to throw the fade, I would have thought you would have gone the other way and gone to Herb. Herb, who was one-on-one on the outside.
Carlos Marshall was there defensively on Rice. 2nd down and 9. They will fake a handoff. Rolling right. Catch is made by Hockman just outside the 5-yard line.
Is that Marshall there again for the tackle? Carlos Marshall, the corner, came off his man and undercut Hockman at the 5-yard line.
Adam Hockman, the freshman fullback, has been an effective receiver for Case this year. Hockman with his 5th catch. He has 2 touchdown receptions. And now Case will send Herb and Lapsevic to the right. Secre is in the backfield. Now Lapsevic switches to a slot position on the left.
Is that Herb one-on-one on the right side, and Herb's 6'2", 200 pounds.
Back to throw Olsen, 3rd and goal, and Eric goes down. Looked like he started to lose his footing, and by then one of the linemen came in untouched and forced him to the turf, and it'll be 4th down, and Case will have to kick.
And Witt came with a all-out blitz. They brought 7. Case didn't have enough to block. Wittenberg was relying on their one-on-one coverage. And in that case, again, that's you have to recognize that blitz and know that you have to get rid of it. You have 2 steps, and you must throw it up. And if it's to the corner, if it's a slant, whatever your plan was.
Here's the kick. It's a 30-yard field goal attempt, and it's off the right upright and no good. It bounces back toward the field instead of bouncing through, and the field goal by Juan Kuhn Park is no good. Wittenberg maintains a 7-0 lead, and they will get the football back after the Spartans misfire on a 30-yard field goal attempt by Juan Kuhn Park. He is now 3 of 6 on the season. And Ed, the Spartans marched deep into Wittenberg territory, but they come away empty-handed.
Yeah, all the way to the 6-yard line. And again, the troubles with inside the opponent red zone continues. Last week against Ohio Wesleyan, it was an absolute nightmare, and it didn't get any better today.
7-0 Wittenberg. They take over at the 20. They will hand the football to the wide receiver, Brendan Cunningham, trying to string it out and turn the corner. He couldn't do it.
Mike Fiormani on the edge did a nice job fighting off his block, strung the play out, and had enough left to make the tackle in the backfield.
Well, they lose 3 on the play, 2nd down and 13.
End of the quarter, I believe, coming up.
That is the end of the first quarter. So Wittenberg leads it by a score of 7-0. Second quarter action is coming up in just a moment on the Spartans Broadcasting Network.
Have you heard the news? The Intercontinental Cleveland has earned its 9th consecutive 4-Diamond Award from AAA in recognition of its high-quality accommodations and exceptional service standards. Planning an important event like a corporate meeting, annual conference, fundraising gala, holiday party, or a highly personalized wedding? Choose excellence in Intercontinental Cleveland. Our planning professionals will take time to consider every detail and lead you through an experience that is proudly world-class. Call us today at 216-707-4100 for more details or to request a tour of our spectacular accommodations.
Hope you're enjoying our coverage of Case football on this homecoming Saturday. The weather could not be any better. Bright and sunny skies, 62 degrees at game time. Just a beautiful fall afternoon here in Cleveland, Ohio. Wittenberg has the ball to start the second quarter, 2nd down and 13. Reed Florence is the quarterback. He will drop back to throw, fires it out in the flat. It's caught out near the 30-yard line. Play quickly snuffed out by the defensive backs. A flag comes out on the play. Garth Gilbert, the receiver, that's his first catch of the day. Gilbert with his 12th catch of the year.
They're going to get Case for a personal foul.
Now the ref's mic not working, so what's new? But it is a personal foul call against the Spartans, so we couldn't pick up who the guilty party was.
But it came in on the play. I didn't see anything specific on the tackle that would have led to that. So I'm confused as to what the call was.
Had to be a late hit of some kind because nothing else really occurred that was egregious. First down all the way to the 45-yard line now for Wittenberg. They're operating in their own territory. They lead it 7-0. There's Stocker running straight up the middle. He is grabbed and tackled. Adam Watson got in there, as well as Kevin Nossum. He'll pick up 2, maybe 3 on the play. Second down coming up for Wittenberg.
Brandon Bryant is now on the bench. Case has brought Michael Sorosky into the ball game on the defensive front. Bryant was having some issues with cooling the offensive tackle for Wittenberg. They were going at it quite well before and after some of the plays.
Reed Florence on second down and 8 stands in the shotgun. He is the 6'4" quarterback. Fakes the handoff, drops to throw. He's in trouble. Harris chasing him. Now he gets the throw away. Pass is caught but out of bounds downfield. Hauling it in, Brendan Cunningham, but he was out of bounds. And so it is third down and 8.
Well, Michael Harris had broken through and could have easily been drawn a penalty. Adam Cleaver, the right guard for Witt, gave him a nice shove in the back as he was pursuing Reed Florence in the backfield.
Officials decided to look the other way on that one. It turns out to be an incompleted pass. So a big third down here. Football marked at the Wittenberg 47-yard line. There's the snap. Back to Florence. He will gun it. Middle of the field. It's caught short of the first down. I believe that was Gilbert again on the reception.
Nossum there for Case, one of only 2 linebackers in the ball game. I was going to say Case had their dime package in the game, Dave. They had 6 defensive backs on the field for that play.
Fourth down and 2. They are on the Case side of the field now at the 47-yard line.
Ryan Ferguson comes to the bench. Colin Desson's back in for Case.
Well, initially they are going to show that they are going for it. Zach Wilson goes in motion, and the snap goes back to Florence, and he will kick it and pooches it over the defense and into the end zone. It is a touchback, and Case will get it back at the 20-yard line. Well, right there, Ed, that seemed to me risky. He kicked it from right in front of the line. Why not just line up and kick it?
Yeah, I don't know if maybe they were hoping that they could get a hard count and pick up a penalty and keep the drive going, see if Case would jump offside. But
well, normally when teams do that, they will, once they fail to draw them offsides, then the punter will go ahead and drop back into regular position and kick it away. But
he was awfully close to the line of scrimmage. He could have gotten a hand on the ball, could have Case.
Yeah.
And
it worked out, so Case has it at the 20, down 7-0 to the Tigers here in the second quarter. First and 10 from the 20. Back to Olsen on the snap. He will throw it to Secret, middle of the field. Second time that play has worked today. He's over the 30, down near the 35. Ball came out, but Secret was down. 10-yard, make it a 15-yard pickup if they mark it at the 35. Now they'll walk back a yard to the 34. 14-yard gain and a first down for Eric Olsen. Secret just keeps getting better and better.
Just finding that little underneath zone. Sits down in the middle of the field.
Secret gets the handoff. He will dive ahead, gets out to the 40-yard line. Maybe just ahead of the 40 to the 41.
I like that play so much better than trying to run Secret between the guard and tackle, or even Hanslick between the guard and tackle. Case is very athletic, and they're very quick to the outside. And if they can simply seal the edge, the quickness of their running back will get them 5 yards just running to the edge. Stringing the play out, Wittenberg won't be able to stop them.
having trouble understanding the spots today, Ed. They marked Secret down at the 39-yard line. His body ended up well ahead of the 40. 2nd down and 5. It was a 5-yard pickup. Olsen flushed out of the pocket, goes to Secret, but overthrows him, and then Manny takes a late little shove out of bounds. No flag on the play, but that ball was well over the head of Secret, and then John Daniels goes ahead and pushes him down to the turf.
Well, that's a matchup that Case is going to prefer. If John Daniels, a defensive end, is going to try to cover Manny Secret downfield, Case needs to find that mismatch more often and exploit it.
Case has won 5 straight homecoming games dating back to 2007. Wittenberg the opponent on this homecoming Saturday. It is 7-0 Tigers. 3rd down and 5 for Case from their own 39-yard line. Ball on the right hash mark. Olsen in the shotgun, flanked by Secret. 3 receivers set. Volber's in at tight end. Olsen fires middle of the field for Secret, makes the catch, and it's good for a 1st down.
Now, was that ball intended for Secret, who had sat down just outside the 45, but 5 to 7 yards behind him? Volbergs was crossing through that same zone. Secret had to go up to get the ball, so the question was Olsen throwing it over towards Volbergs, or was he intended to throw it high to Secret over the middle?
Well, obviously, since Manny caught it, Eric can say he was definitely aiming for Secret. 1st and 10 Case. Football at the 46-yard line. Straight ahead to Hanslick. Breaks through the line. Down the right sideline and is forced out of bounds as he picks his way forward. Big gain for Ricky Hanslick, the sophomore.
Well, Case went back to that 2 tight end set. They had 1 to each side of that formation, so Witt couldn't overcommit one way or the other. Case chose the run to the right. And again, it's that stretch play to the outside. I believe Case has the running backs that can get that done on the wide side of the field.
27-yard pickup for Ricky Hanslick, and the football marked now at the 27-yard line of Wittenberg. Tigers leading it by a score of 7-0. 2nd quarter action. Eric Olsen looks over to the bench. They'll signal in a new play. Not sure of the time left in the quarter. Again, no functioning scoreboard today here at Case Field. Hanslick still in the game. Takes the handoff, hits the pile, still drives forward with his legs and gets inside the 25-yard line.
So Hanslick gets 4 on that, and that was a cut-up off tackle as opposed to outside with the stretch play. So not as effective as the run outside, but still positive yards on 1st down to put him in 2nd and manageable.
Corey Cosby on the tackle, the defensive tackle for Witt. 2nd down and 6. Football at the 24-yard line. Olsen in the shotgun. 2nd quarter action. Case moving left to right, trying to tie this one up. Olsen back to throw. Pressure coming. Fires it. Caught by Lapcevic. Knocked out of bounds near the 20-yard line. Coming up to make the tackle was the middle linebacker, Spencer Lino. Lapcevic knocked out of bounds, and again, that one up, marked down at the 21.
And Hanslick Lapcevic well out of bounds when he was hit and tackled.
Yeah, there have been a couple very marginal and questionable hits out of bounds that have not been called. It is 3rd down and 4. So a short gain on the play on the pass to Lapcevic. Again, Case did not get a favorable spot there. It looked like he at least got to the 20. 7-0 Wittenberg. Olsen takes the snap. They'll go back, hand to Secret. Straight up the middle, has the 1st down and more. Gets to the 10-yard line, and he is cut down just inside the 10. It's a 1st down for Case, and the drive lives on.
Well, and that inside counter was set up because Case has been so effective running outside that Witt defense is beginning to pursue to the outside. And as soon as that happened, Case came back, hit him on a backside counter. It opened right up for Secret.
Secret running the ball and catching the ball effectively today. He lines up 7 yards behind Olsen under center. Delaney in motion. Secret will get the call, dives ahead, powers his way forward, gets to the 5-yard line. That was one time, Ed, that we saw Secret really push a defender back, and he gets an extra yard.
He was looking for a cutback lane as that play was designed to go outside to the left. Cut in beside Volberg and Hardig on the backside. Picked up a couple of yards.
2nd and goal. The football marked down at the 6-yard line.
Now here's Erb again, one-on-one with a small defensive back near the numbers on the right side of the formation.
Jamal Everett at 5'9", covering Brandon Erb.
That's a 6-inch difference, and we've heard that Erb can jump out of the gym too.
2nd and goal for Case. 7-0 Wittenberg. Olsen hands it off to Secret. Bouncing to the outside. He's inside the 5. Somebody lost a shoe. Secret is down about the 3-yard line. If he's down at the 3, they'll mark it at the 4.
See Manny there looking for a cutback lane, and his best option would have been just go to the flag. Turn that corner and dive for the pylon. Get that ball as close to the end zone as you can. And his skill would have taken him out there. At times you can look or want to look for a cutback lane. There, it's a foot race. And Manny Secret is fast enough to get to that corner.
3rd and goal from the 3. This time they gave him the 3. Snap goes back to Olsen, rolling to the right, looks to the end zone, pass is caught, touchdown Spartans. Erb on the reception, and it's 7-6 as Case gets on the board here in the 2nd quarter.
Boy, now, Erb had been setting up that fade to the corner the entire game. Case has now run 8 plays inside the 10-yard line. And there he made a move to the outside, stopped, spun around, and came along the goal line and met Olsen right there for the completion. Well set up by Brian Erb.
Wancoon Park ready for the PAT. There's the snap, the hold by Tasker. The kick is up, and it is good. We are tied. Brian Erb's first college touchdown reception. And this game is tied up at 7. More 2nd quarter action is coming up in just a moment on the Spartans Broadcasting Network.
This year, Qdoba will cater like 10,000 parties.
Where? When? I'm there.
Well, these parties are hypothetical. I was just talking about Qdoba catering. Hot taco bars with fire-grilled chicken and marinated steak, flour tortillas and taco shells. You'll also get their hand-smashed guacamole, cheese, sour cream, lettuce, and salsa. They'll deliver to your home or office, and they'll even set it up.
Can I bring a guest?
Oh, boy. Visit Qdoba.com today for more information about Qdoba catering. Qdoba Mexican Grill. More to explore.
Well, Brian Erb makes his first career touchdown reception. Eric Olsen with his 7th touchdown pass of the season. It goes for 3 yards. And the Spartans tie it up 7-7 here on homecoming Saturday at Case Field. Spartans ready to kick off. Kick is drifting back, and it'll be taken by Cunningham at the 11-yard line to the 20. Out to the 30. Is tackled and stopped near the 31-yard line. That's where the Tigers offense will come back out. Ed, tell us about that scoring drive.
Well, for Case Western, 11 plays, 80 yards, 5 minutes and 25 seconds. So the Spartans have matched the Wittenberg 10-play, 80-yard drive, and they have gone 80 yards of their own. This time in 11 plays, 7-7, with just over 7.5 minutes to play in the first half. And Eric Olsen now 9 of 12 on the day for 76 yards. Very controlled passing by Case, and Eric looks like he's managing the game, and that's something that you and I talked about before the game, is that his responsibility is to manage the football game.
Handoff for the Tigers. This time they give it to Javon Sanders, the junior out of Las Vegas, Nevada. His first carry of the ball game.
You often wonder how somebody west of the Mississippi finds their way to Wittenberg University.
All the way from Sin City. In Sanders' case, what happened in Vegas didn't stay in Vegas. Came to Wittenberg. Back to Florence in the shotgun, middle of the field. Pass is caught by Zach Wilson, and there he goes across midfield. Across the 45, down close to the Case 43-yard line. It's a first down for the Tigers, and just like that, they are back in Case territory.
Well, that was supposed to be a middle screen of some sort because 4 linemen for Wittenberg cut 3 defensive linemen and put them on the ground. So they were definitely trying to get the long arms of that Case defensive front down and away and clear a passing lane just over the middle.
Florence is now 9 of 11 in the game. They'll switch up the play here. Gets a couple of guys shifted around. Florence still barking out the signals. And he will keep it himself. Wants to run it. Left side is tripped up and knocked down as he gets to the 40-yard line. Case there defensively. Colin Dessens makes the tackle. First down play, nets about 4. So it'll be second down for Wittenberg. This game is all tied at 7 apiece. Beautiful day here at Case Field. It is homecoming. Good crowd on hand here at Case Field. Second home game of the year.
Oh, movement by the line, not called. Oh.
Now they're shifting all over the place.
Boy, Wittenberg, the right guard was in his 3-point stance and rocked himself back.
Back to throw. Florence in the shotgun. Chased out of the pocket. Fires it. Pass broken up. Nicely done by Dan Calabrese to jump in front of the route, knock the ball down. And it's third down and 7 for Wittenberg in a tie game, second quarter.
Garth Gilbert limping to the sideline for Wittenberg. He's going to get some medical attention on his right leg.
Well, Ed, judging by the shadows, how much time would you say is left in the second quarter?
4.5 minutes.
Just keep an eye on your sundial over there. Back to Florence in the shotgun. Rolls to his right. Third down and 7. He takes a shot downfield. This one might be picked off, but it's knocked down.
Wow.
Incomplete. Jordan Banke on the defensive coverage. That baby was up for grabs. Banke wondering how he didn't catch it, but he is able to deflect it, and it's incomplete.
I can tell you how he didn't catch it was offensive pass interference. I believe that was Cunningham that was downfield, was the intended receiver, and he just went after Banke, not after the ball, when the ball was underthrown.
Yeah, he became the defensive back on the play. He was the intended receiver. Well, Calabrese will go back to catch the punt. He is stationed at his own 10-yard line. Punter is Nick Gibson. He awaits the snap. Here it comes. And he will kick it away. Case came after it. Did not get it. Calabrese eschews the fair catch, makes the grab, and gets out close to the 11-yard line. He is quickly cut down there. Dangerous play there by Calabrese. But he holds on to the football. Case with a long field ahead as they will start at their own 11. Tie ball game. The defense continues to play well.
Well, and not having the scoreboard here, and you're going towards that end of the field, Case going towards the north end of the stadium here, it makes this 2-minute offense a little less effective when you're not sure what you're looking at in terms of overall total time. So objectively, Case wants to get themselves out of bounds or create the first downs to clock or stop the clock.
No scoreboard functioning here today. They will keep the time on the field and communicate that to the players. No play clock. Olsen in the shotgun. His heels are near the 5-yard line. Football marked at the 11. First and 10 Case. 7-7 tie here on homecoming Saturday. They show blitz. Olsen to throw it. Here comes the pressure. Dumps it off. Caught by Seacray. Running room across the 20. Out to the 25. Skids ahead to the 26-yard line. Great play by Olsen to get rid of that at the last second as the pressure was coming.
Yeah, dumped it off to Seacray. Made a nice shoestring catch. Turned around, and again, Case had that matchup. John Daniels, the defensive end, was assigned to Manny Seacray. Seacray hopped past him but couldn't regain his footing as he made the move.
Late second quarter, tied at 7. First and 10 Case. They go from the 11 all the way out to the 26-yard line on a 15-yard pickup. Now they hand it to Seacray. He gets upended And then lands in the lap of Kyle Sanning, the inside linebacker, out to the 29-yard line. 3-yard gain, 2nd down and 7 for the Spartans, who look sharp today.
Well, that play was made by Daniels. Whether or not he was credited with the tackle, he was at the defensive end position and then moved himself a little further outside on the short side of the field. Seacray really had no other place but to cut it up inside and back into the wash from Wittenberg.
Brandon Erb has caught a touchdown pass for Case today for their only score, his first college touchdown. Hanslick gets the call, straight ahead running, gets out close to the 34. He'll be short of the first down. Now, both teams have their full complement of timeouts. I don't believe we've had any timeouts called today.
Spencer Leno has to go to the sideline. He lost his helmet, so they stopped the clock for the helmet infraction. Allowed Wittenberg to make the substitution in case is ready to go.
Olsen from the shotgun. Calls out the signals. Hanslick is still in the backfield. 2 receivers set to the left. George Duraney in at tight end. Olsen looking for Duraney. Now they go to Hanslick out of the backfield. He makes the catch, but he's cut down at the 35. That'll be a loss. And Case will be looking at a 4th down here, deep in their own territory, and the punting unit will come on. So that drive stalls out at the 35-yard line. Case will have to punt it away.
But enough offensively to really tip the table back towards Wittenberg. Case got out of the shadows of their own goal post.
Brendan Cunningham is the punt returner. He is not listed as the punt returner on the Tiger 2D. There is the punt by the Spartans. It will take a bounce, and Cunningham grabs it. He is pushed backwards to the 25-yard line and brought down there. Nice punt by Alex Ojeda, the freshman. Once it hit, Ed, I thought that Cunningham would just let it go.
Just get away from it. And Cunningham's not your typical punt returner either, Dave. He's a bigger guy back there returning kicks.
Desi Kirkman is their listed punt returner. We have not seen him today. Well, we have no idea how much time is left in the second quarter.
I'm done guessing.
You've already retired from your unofficial duty as the timekeeper, Father Time. Scoreboard is not operational today at Case Field. Boy, what a day for it to go out. Homecoming Saturday. Back to throw, Florence on 1st down. They'll gun it to Stocker in the flat, gets across the 30, and he makes for the sideline and gets out of bounds.
Boy, that was a design play to go to Stocker in the flat. The 2 receivers on that side did a nice job clearing out the Case defensive backs, opened up a lot of space.
Well, he picks up 8, gets out of bounds. They have all 3 of their timeouts left. 2nd down and 2. The football marked at the 33-yard line. Wittenberg and Case tied at 7 here at Case Field. First half action. David Wilson, Ed Dougherty. Florence takes the snap in the shotgun, drops back to throw. He's in trouble. Now he'll tuck it and run 40, 45, and he slides in across the 45. We'll see where they say he was down.
See, now you can tell on this turf where his elbow hit at the 43, and they marked the ball at the 44-yard line. So they marked it halfway through his slide, despite the fact that his elbow was down at the 43-yard line.
He'll drop back to throw. Gets a good block. Pass is deflected by Calabrese. Nice hands by Dan Calabrese to knock the pass down. It will be a 2nd and 10 for Wittenberg. Again, we are in the late stages of the second quarter, and the tip-off is that the band is walking out.
You think they know more than anybody else in the stadium?
Very helpful, yes. 7-7. Wittenberg operating near midfield. Back to throw, Florence. Guns it far side. It's caught out there by Garth Gilbert. Some yardage after the catch. Gets across midfield down to the 40 and out of bounds at the Case 39-yard line. That's a first down.
And Ryan Ferguson tried to push him out of bounds rather than wrap him up and either throw him out of bounds or bring him down. And in the process, it cost Case about 10 yards.
Wittenberg now on the move, and they have timeouts in their back pocket. Back to throw Florence from the shotgun. He's comfortable back there, middle of the field. Pass is caught. Hauled in by the tight end. That is Steven Zumdick, the junior, out of Erlanger, Kentucky. Dixie Heights High School product. His first catch of the day.
That's that skinny post that's been open the whole game. Almost right down the seam and a little inside look.
Well, they got to the 16 that time, Ed, so it's a 13-yard pickup. Back to throw Florence. Time to throw, and it's incomplete right at the goal line. Kerry Dieter there defensively, and I believe that was Zach Wilson, the intended target. Throw was a little low, and Dieter got in there to knock it down.
Yeah, Wilson had come across, worked his way open. Case had good defensive coverage in the secondary. Florence had to bounce around in the pocket and wait and wait and wait.
Right now he is enjoying a lot of time to throw at. Stocker is in the backfield to the left of the quarterback, Reed Florence. There's the snap. He will throw it, middle of the field, wide open. Cunningham, touchdown. Absolutely untouched. 16-yard touchdown pass from Reed Florence to Brendan Cunningham. And Wittenberg jumps on top 13-7.
Case was playing the wide receiver screen. Wittenberg had given him that look with a stacked wide receiver on the far or near side of the field, the left side of the formation. But the slot receiver there was uncovered when Case overreacted to the non-existent screenplay.
That's the 8th touchdown pass of the season for Florence. Here is the PAT kick. It is up and it is good by Sean Williams. And Wittenberg goes back on top by a score of 14-7. We'll take a timeout. Case ball when we come back as first half action continues on the Spartans Broadcasting Network.
In search of an extraordinary dining experience where you're certain to enjoy the ambiance as well as the menu? Table 45 Restaurant and Bar is the award-winning mixed culture restaurant located at the Intercontinental Cleveland, offering world cuisine created by accomplished local chef Zach Brule. Open every day, the atmosphere at Table 45 is relaxed yet inspiring with weekday chill-out happy hours, a behind-the-scenes chef's table, and outdoor dining on Patio 45. Call for more details or reservations at 216-707-4045 or visit us at tbl45.com or on Facebook.
1 minute, 50 seconds to go here in the first half on homecoming Saturday at Case Field, 14-7. Wittenberg taking the lead on a 16-yard pass to Brendan Cunningham from Reed Florence, and here is the kickoff. Case's Dan Calabrese will take it at the 5, to the 15, out to the 20, 25, picks his way across the 30, and out near the 35-yard line before he is wiped out. Good return by Calabrese, finally taken down by Raphael Allen, the senior, for Wittenberg. And the thing that really stood out to me on that scoring drive was the time that Florence had to throw in the pocket.
Well, that and how quickly they went down the field. Just over a minute to go down the field. 102 on the 7-play, 74-yard drive. In Case getting no push up front, that puts a lot of pressure on your defensive backs. They can hold their coverage, but not all day.
So we're well under 2 to play. Busted play here on a bad snap, and Olsen gets drugged down for a sack. Well, they weren't sure what to do. He tried to hand it to Secre. That didn't work. The snap was low, and then everything kind of collapsed, and it turns into a sack. This is back to the 29-yard line, so that loses 6 yards.
Well, and the pocket collapsed a lot faster as well because Wittenberg had run a stun up front. They had taken their defensive ends and run them on the inside of their tackles on kind of an inside loop, so everything collapsed right in Olsen's face.
Back to throw in the shotgun. 2nd down and 16 on the run. Finds Secre. He's got a little space out to the 40 and out of bounds. He leapfrogs a tackler out to the 44-yard line. Nicely done. That should be good for the first down.
Well, and Secre gave the impression to John Daniels, again pursuing from his defensive end position. And he was going to cut that back to the inside, and Daniels paused just enough for Secret to leap forward and pick up the first down.
16-yard pickup. That's exactly what they needed. On the screen pass to Secret. Olsen throwing the ball well today. He's back to throw again. Pressure coming. Now he gets rid of it, middle of the field. Intended for Lapsevic, but drops incomplete. 2nd down and 10. That incompletion. Olsen is now 12 for 16 on the day.
Well, that throw didn't look very good mechanically. He looked out of sync. We've seen earlier here when Olsen has good mechanics, he can plant his feet, square his shoulders, he feels very comfortable. When things start to break down for him, they rapidly go quickly and everything breaks down. If a shoulder is bad, then it just cascades for him and nothing on the play looks right.
Back to throw, Eric Olsen, 2nd down. They'll go to Secret on the short route again, and he is hauled down as Evan Killalay grabs his leg and holds on for dear life, and that's the end of the first half. Well, that kind of snuck up on us there with no clock to guide us. That is the end of the first half. Teams headed to the locker rooms.